Hey y'all, Hannah here. I have a confession to make. I wrote a book and I published it in February. I wrote it in January and I published it in February, and I haven't really talked a whole lot about it. It feels so private to me. It feels so exciting to have my first book written, and it's also just a lot of exposure. And today my friend told me that he's at a music festival and he's doing readings and using it as an oracle deck. And so it's my inspiration to do a reading myself from my own book and put it where people can actually consume that. And that's what I'm here to do today. So this is the book. It's called The Way of Devotion. I'm really proud of it. It's a little tiny book. It's only available in hardcover. It's not available as an ebook. It's not available as a PDF anywhere. I have all kinds of digital offerings out there in the world. So this is my one physical offering, and it's going to be exactly this. It's a hardcover. It's exactly what it is, and there's no other versions available. So this book, yeah, it's really short, and I was joking that it was either going to be what it is, which is like 20 pages maybe, of Word document pages, or it was going to be like 6,000 pages. So I'm really happy to give you the short version. This is actually 75 total pages, but there's not a ton of text on each page, and then there's quotes and illustrations on every other page. So what I wanted to offer today is a reading on one of the village principles. It's village principle number 2. And village principle number 2 is opt-in. So this is about how do I do the chores of day-to-day life? How do I show up and do what needs to be done in day-to-day life in a way that still feels like prosperity to me? This is a teaching that I personally use every single day. I remind myself of these 3 P's of prosperity in order to opt into my life every single day, multiple times a day. Every time I have to do a task, I'm using this. And so this is like what I consider one of the most useful teachings of the book. And I'm just going to do a reading from that section because I think it's epic. I'm using it all the time. I personally use it. So let's talk about that. I mean, I personally use all the concepts in the book, but we're going to talk about this one. And I'm just going to read from the book. So this is village principle number 2, opt in. Coming to terms with the ontology, the beingness of each moment, I see that prosperity is a matter of here and now. Prosperity is not a future state. There is no such thing as happily ever after. When I look closely at any ever after, it's just 3 here and nows in a trench coat. Ever after is made of a stack of here and nows. The way I spend the now moment is what compiles to form my life experience. If I have a fantasy about some imagined life of luxury, it may seem as though I don't want to be engaged in the mundane actions and boredom of life. But never-ending tasks such as laundry and dishes are a guaranteed part of life. If I resent the mundane, I'm not opted in on the fullness of the things I desire. I desire a home, and that means finding my desire to do what having a home takes. In opt-in, I accept, honor, and plan for the fullness down to the minutia of all I desire and choose in this life. When I consider the prosperity I desire in the future, I have many answers as to the desirable states that I would have if that reality came to fruition. I desire to be comfortable. I desire to be safe. I desire to feel alive and on purpose. I desire to experience meaning and joy. In any moment, I can have all the success available in these matters when I apply the 3 P's of prosperity. That's a Walt Whitman quote on this one. And the quote is from his poem Assurances in Leaves of Grass. And it's, I do not doubt that temporary affairs keep on and on millions of years. Way to go, Walt. Opt-in, the 3 P's of prosperity. The 3 P's of prosperity rest on another P, presence. Prosperity is only available when I am present here and now. From presence, I establish my posture, refine my pacing, and access play. With exquisite posture, pacing, and play, I can show up to whatever the moment asks with ease, grace, and enjoyment. And I can cultivate equanimity of action and rest. The 3 P's also weave backward on themselves and through one another. Play informs pacing and posture. Pacing offers refinement to posture and tension to play. And remembering any one of these P's can bring me back to presence in the moment. So these pages aren't long. It's a little quote from my friend Dutchie when he was 7. He said, "You have to be a human." And we said, "What's so hard, Dutch, about living?" He said, "You have to be a human." Oh boy, children. They know what's up. Optin Posture. Posture is the internal and external arrangement of my mind and body. Posture is made of the frames I use internally to interpret the experience I'm having, as well as the physical frame and carriage of my body as I interface with the world. Posture is the way I arrange my body while I sit, stand, lie down, walk, run, lift, carry, bend down, reach high, or otherwise move through the world. Posture is also how I choose my environment by moving my body to places and situations. It is an internal posture to apply the frame that this life is for me, that I am having a sacred experience, that all my emotions are welcome. It is an external posture to squat with good form when I need something from a low cabinet. The more I attend to my posture, the more comfort is available to me. Good posture is no guarantee of comfort or pleasantness, but bad posture is a guarantee of discomfort and unpleasantness. Good posture simply allows me to access all of the comfort and pleasure available in a given moment. Some moments have very little pleasure to offer. Even thriving sucks sometimes. Considering my posture as I plan to accomplish something, I ensure I am prepared with all the best tools and conditions for the task at hand. Have I stabilized the cutting board? Is it large enough for all that I want to cut? Is the knife sharp? Did I bring a jacket and a hat and good boots and a light outside to do the trash when it's dark and cold? My posture is my primary responsibility for my body on every level I can control. I can control how I use the tools at my disposal. I can control how I am dressed and how I sit, stand, and lie down. I choose how my body moves, and I choose to learn enough about that to have a good time doing what I signed up in this life to do. This one says, "It doesn't take time, it takes patience." Optin, pacing. Pacing is all about timing, and timing is what frees me from the tyranny of time. While ideas of time ask me to invest in an agreed upon delusion, creating hurry and lag in my experience, timing is the reality of the convergence of factors required to fuel an experience. Planes and buses seem to be about time, but they are actually matters of timing. Flights delay if the plane isn't staffed, because staffing is a factor. If I miss a plane, I can line up the timing to catch the next one. When I hold duality around tasks, seeing some as pleasant and others as unpleasant, I rush through the unpleasant, show up ill-prepared, or drag my feet, intensifying or prolonging the unpleasant, wishing for the pleasant. If I'm well postured, I've already prepared myself with the tools I need and the technique to use them efficiently. And pacing is the further refinement of this technique. It is not enough to hold the knife correctly. I must operate it according to the rhythm of my body and its relationship to what I'm cutting. The slower and more intentionally I make my way through a task, the smoother it goes. And then I find that it has gone quickly. This is true both in the time it takes and in my experience of the time it takes. It seems to fly by. It passes pleasantly because I operate presently. Rhythm is more efficient than rushing. Rhythm is movement and stillness in a particular pattern. Coming to stillness is part of pacing on multiple fractals. In cutting the apple, the knife comes to stillness on the cutting board. In the middle of a task, stopping to wipe my brow makes it more pleasant. In my day, moments of rest fuel my endurance. In my month, days of leisure drive weeks of creation. In my life, years off of practice provide for my lifelong consistency with it. With pacing, I understand. It doesn't take time, it takes patience. It takes presence. It is the now moment, and I may curate it to my preference. Oh, I have a quote from Bio Kamalafe in here. I love Bio. Perhaps one should say this: it is not that the trickster comes to bring chaos. It is that the trickster comes to show order its place, its debt to something without a name. And that's Bio Kamalafe. If you don't know Bio's work, please run. Don't walk, just run. It's so good. Okay, a little plug there. I didn't even think about this as I was planning to do this reading, but like, oh my God, I could not adore his work more. Anyway, opt-in, play. Play is both a way of being and a metric indicating my success in my posture and pacing. When play arises, I know I am well postured and well paced. When play feels inaccessible, I may address my posture and pacing to cultivate a field for play to flourish. Play is innate to humans experiencing well-being, making it ideal for productivity, learning, communicating, and presencing in the mundanity of daily life. Play is the ultimate tool for subverting tyranny and control, both as an impulse within me toward others and as a structure attempting to control me. Play has the power to steward, reconcile, and alleviate any tension. Play is improv, and the law of improv is yes and. The state of play requires me to be a yes to reality, which is why it's a posture check. Remembering that I desire to play is an invitation to see what I can say yes to of the everything available to me right now. Tuning my pacing to find my rhythm with the now. This puts my attention on the positive, not meaning pleasant, but meaning existent. What's positive exists, and I accept it. What's negative is what's missing or what I wish was not so. When I seek out a yes in this moment, I immediately enter collaboration with that aspect of the moment, and my and flows from there. Yes shows me the opportunities of reality, and chooses a lighthearted relationship to these opportunities. Play is an orientation of wonder and possibility that I bring to the ordinary to have extraordinary experiences. I think that's the end of that section. Yeah. Anyway, that's a reading from my book, The Way of Devotion. Wow, vulnerable to do that. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you'll apply the 3 Ps of prosperity, because I swear to you, I literally think this all the time. I find myself rushing through tasks and I remember my pacing. I find myself resenting tasks and I remember to play. And the posture one, I just can't emphasize enough. I'm using that throughout every task that I'm in, especially I have like a little injury in my shoulder. I need to posture myself and configure my body. I've also like changed my whole wardrobe over the last 6 years or so that every single thing I own is comfortable. All of this is about posture, and all of it contributes to my prosperity all the time, because every here and now moment is what compiles to make forever in my experience. So I hope you enjoy this teaching. I hope that you find it useful, and I hope that you buy this book, because I'm really proud of it, and it's got all kinds of practical wisdom, practical existentialism. What do we do about being in this existence? What do we do? Because we have to be humans. We have to be humans? So anyway, that's that. Hope you enjoy. I'm loving you. And maybe we'll see each other in a workshop sometime.